Hello everyone, I'm Anujali and I'm a legal intern with Lexus and Company, and this is the second video of the topic Code on Wages and its provisions and the various case laws. And I'll be talking about the landmark judgments and the cases in this video. So the first one is the Crown Aluminium Works versus Workmen, AIR 1958, and under this the raison d'etre of fixing wages structures were to be decided, and it is essential to bear in mind that the main objectives which industrial adjudication in a modern democratic welfare state inevitably keeps in mind in fixing wages structures. So, with the emergence of the concept of a welfare state, collective bargaining between trade unions and the capital has come into its own and has received statutory recognition. The state is no longer content to play the part of a passive onlooker in an industrial dispute. Though social and economic justice is the ultimate ideal of industrial adjudication, its immediate objective is an industrial dispute, as the wage structure is to settle the dispute by constituting such a wage structure as would do justice to the interests of both labor and the capital. So, the next case is of the Standard Vacuum Refining Company of India versus Workmen of 19, and this is a case of 1961. So wages are usually divided into three broad categories, which is the basic minimum wage, the fair wage, and the living wage. The concept of these three wages cannot be described in definite words, as is their contents are elastic and vary from time to time and from place to place. The concept of a living wage is not a static concept. It is expanding, and the number of its constituents and their 537 respective contents are bound to expand and widen with the development and growth of the national economy. In an underdeveloped economy or a country, no wage structure could be described as reaching the ideal of a living wage. It was considered to be an unreasonable and unsafe to treat the report of the Textile Labor Committee 1940 as the monetary value of the living wage in 1940 was sound. The figure reached by the committee in 1940 did not represent anything like a living wage. It repeatedly represented the minimum materially defective. The proper approach was to evaluate each constituent of the highest average wage paid by the employers was much below, and the standard of the living wage, though it was above the need of basic minimum wages required. In the another case of Workmen versus Reptacos Brett and Company Limited, and on what exactly constitutes a minimum wage is that this judgment set the standards which constitute to prevail till date. The Supreme Court first noticed the following 5 norms for fixation of minimum wage as declared by the tripartite committee of the Indian Labour Conference held at New Delhi in 1957, for being followed by during the second 5-year plan, and also noticed the fact that the said norms had been approved by the Supreme Court itself, and in its earlier decision in Standard Vacuum Refining Company, it was also said that in calculating the minimum wage, the standard working class family should be taken to consist of 3 consumption units of for one earner. The earnings of women, children and adolescents should be disregarded. Second one is minimum food requirement should be calculated on the basis of net intake of calories as recommended by Dr. Aykrod for an average Indian adult of moderate activity. third one is clothing requirements should be estimated as at per capita income and consumption of 18 yards per annum, which would give for the average worker's family of 4 a total of 72 yards. Fourth one is in respect of housing, the rent corresponding to the minimum area for under government's industrial housing scheme should be taken into consideration in fixing of minimum wage. And the fifth one is fuel, lighting and other miscellaneous items of expenditure should constitute 20% of the total minimum wage. Keeping in view that the socio-economic aspect of the wage structure, we are of the view that it is necessary that it was necessary to add the following additional component as a guide for fixing the minimum wage in the industry. Therefore, the sixth one was children's education, medical requirement, minimum recreation, including festivals, ceremonies, and provision for old age, marriages, etc., should further constitute 25% of the total minimum wage. So this was the various provisions and case laws under the code on wages. And I hope I was able to explain it to you all in the two parts. So, thank you.